Hi, I'm Alexandria from alexandriabarker.com, and I just wanted to create a video for you today about your intuition, how you can learn to really trust it, how you can lean on it and know that it's going to give you the best answer at any given moment. How do you tell that little voice of intuition from the sometimes, most times, louder egoic voice that you might be hearing? So I was actually going to do this as a blog post and an Instagram post, and then I just was intuitively guided to put it on camera, just to speak in front of the camera and talk about all the things that people have asked me about it. Often when we're just beginning on our spiritual practice, we've heard about the answers are within, you have all you need, all these things that people say to us, and they always say, listen to your intuition, follow your heart, listen to your intuition. But if you're just getting started on this, that can be really challenging. Like, what do you mean, listen to my intuition? What does that mean? So I'm just going to start right there, right at the very, very basics, because those are the questions that I asked. And it was 20 years ago now, but it doesn't feel that long ago that I was like, what are you talking about? Listen to my intuition. So the way to hear that little voice is to set the stage for it. You're not going to hear it at a crowded shopping mall or, if you're in a bar or, you got the TV on loud and the kids running around in the background. You're not going to hear this voice of your intuition right now, in the beginning at least, because you need to, as I say, set the stage. So that means find a quiet, peaceful spot where there isn't any competition for this little voice, where it can just speak to you. And sometimes you will not hear it necessarily. And I don't mean you're going to hear it audibly outside your head. You're going to feel the answer often. Or you might get like a flash of a word, a couple of words, maybe a sentence. But if you're hearing conflicting voices, this is a question that often comes up to me as a life coach. Like, I hear this voice and then there's this other voice that's telling me to do the opposite. So that's where discernment comes in. So if you're hearing a voice that's kind of berating you or is suggesting that you're not all that, you can't actually do what it is you want to accomplish, or, or it's telling you to do bad things to yourself or somebody else, that's not your intuition. That is your voice of your ego, and that's a voice that you don't want to be listening to. And that's how you can tell the difference, because your intuition is always going to be empowering, loving. It's never going to want you to hurt yourself or anybody else. It's going to be supportive and kind and gentle and quiet. And that's why you need to give it that time, which is why meditation is such a beautiful practice. So you can sit and clear your mind and breathe into your heart center. So just imagining you're breathing into your heart chakra, which is located right at the center of your chest, in a line with your anatomical heart. Visualize yourself sitting in meditation right there in your heart center and breathe in and out of your heart. Now, that's a great way to actually tune into your intuition. So if you have a question, you might want to bring that question to your meditation and then just let it go. And then quite often your intuition will respond in a way such as directing you to a specific book, or a certain song will suddenly come on the radio and it's like the answer is right there. Or the next conversation that you have, somebody will say exactly what you needed to hear. So that's often how our intuition will work also. But just so you know, it's essentially you're tapping into your higher self. So this part of you that is connected with all that is. We are all connected to everything, to every tree, to every animal, every other person on the planet. And that's why I'm always talking about bringing as much love as you can to any given situation, and to really, truly loving yourself. Because those kinds of thoughts are very much in alignment with your higher self or your inner being, your intuition. So the more you can live your life that way, the more that voice is going to get stronger and stronger and more powerful. So learning to trust it is another matter. So you might just want to try just some little baby steps, like ask your intuition something simple, like which coffee shop should I go to today? Or what should I make for dinner? Something that's not really going to be earth-shaking, and then stop and listen to the answer. It might just be a feeling. It might just be like, well, I don't know where this is coming from, but I'm going to I suddenly just want to do this more than the other. So that's your intuition speaking to you as well. Another thing that people often will say to me is like, how do I know it's not just my imagination? Well, it is. It is your imagination. Your imagination is a gift from God so that we can communicate, with God, with our higher self, with the universe, with source, with the architects of the universe, whatever label you want to put on divine intelligence, you know. So don't be afraid that you're making it up. You're just that's how we receive the information. So just a quick recap over those couple of things. I am going to be doing a more at-length post at alexandriabarker.com, where I have many different services as a life coach, as a soul realignment, Akashic Records reader, many different things I can offer you. But just to recap, so you want to sit in silence, make it a practice to sit for a few minutes every day, and with a question, like what is most near and dear to your heart. Sit and listen. And then the second step is to act on the information that you're given. Because just like you would soon tire of giving great advice to a friend who doesn't ever act on it, your intuition is going to, your voice, that little voice is going to get quieter and quieter if you don't act on it and see it through. It's just going to get tired of speaking up. So sitting in meditation, asking a question, go sit in meditation in your heart center, like just imagining yourself sitting there and breathing in and out of your heart, asking a small, simple question, and then you can work your way up from there. And then just being listening, just being mindful. The answer will come. It'll always come. It might not seep into your consciousness right away. That's okay. Just be mindful even for the next few hours out of meditation, maybe even a day. But that answer will come to you. So thanks for listening, and please drop by alexandriabarker.com if you want more information about this or any other law of attraction techniques to help you really rock your life in the best way. And we all need to be able to tune into that intuition, especially now, and drown out all those other voices. So big love, big blessings. Bye for now.